Hey, welcome back to Inside. I'm Rachel, and we're here once again with Heather and Caleb from Foster Financial, and we're chatting all about new options for 401ks, correct?
Yeah, so technically they're not new, but what we're finding is that more and more companies are adding this option to their plans, and so many participants are not even aware of it. So they're self-directed brokerage accounts. So basically what it is it's a connection within your employer plan, so 401k, 401a, 403b, to allow you to, instead of just choosing the funds that you have, to go into a direct brokerage account with somebody like TD Ameritrade or maybe Fidelity. But what we notice is that people don't realize that they had this. In fact, I mean, a big employer here, Parkview, they keep their accounts at Lincoln Financial, which everyone knows Lincoln, and everyone knows Parkview around here. They've added this feature to their plan as well. So we've been helping a lot of our existing clients kind of open these up and giving them some additional options. So Caleb's going to kind of talk about the pros of utilizing these features within your employer plans. So go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So of course it kind of begs the question, why would somebody want to use something like this? And I'd say the benefits are kind of threefold. So, first you get access to just a vast array of mutual funds that you can invest in. So typically within an employer-sponsored plan, on the low end you might have access to maybe 10 options, on the high end maybe 30 or 40. And so what we've seen is, over the past 10 years, growth funds have done so well, and so value funds, it kind of might be shifting, where value funds are going to do well over the next few years here. But since growth funds have done well over the past 10 years, a lot of employer-sponsored plans don't have any value funds. So it can kind of give you access to more of these sectors, more of the value funds, different things that are going to kind of do well for you. Another piece is that you actually get active management if you're working with an advisor. So, getting access to all these funds might not necessarily be an advantage unless you have somebody that can kind of advise you on that. So that's a big piece of it. And then lastly, when it comes to actually withdrawing from your 401k, so let's say you retire and you actually need that to start generating income, 401ks or 403bs oftentimes aren't the best vehicle to do that because you actually can't select which fund it comes from. So in a year like this where markets are really down, you'd typically want to say, hey, I want to pull from maybe the conservative bond fund that's not down as much. With a 401k, you can't do that. So if you're already working with an advisor, you can kind of see what your options are in terms of maybe rolling it to an IRA or whatever it might be.
It really allows you to be very strategic in nature because we manage 401ks ourselves. And when you're working as an advisor and you're actually managing a 401k as a company on the company level, what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we're going to choose these 10 or 15 funds so that the employees, aren't overwhelmed with the options that they can choose from, but it's just kind of a default. But if you add an advisor into the picture who knows what they're doing, who's saying, hey, we're going to take advantage of this market downturn. We want to be in the energy sectors or the oil sectors or the utility sectors. You can't get that within a 10 mutual fund plan, but you can if you do or you add these self-directed brokerage accounts. So look at your statements and see if that's one of the options inside of your employer plan. Sometimes they're called self-directed brokerage accounts. We see them also sometimes called brokerage link. Find out if your employer has it. Like I said, a big, Parkview right now has added that feature through the Lincoln program to be able to do that, to be able to customize something and to allow somebody to say, hey, I don't want to just be limited to these 10 funds. Instead, I want to be able to get strategic, especially with recessions and high inflation rates, and also add an advisor into the picture for them.
And I think that's the best part is that, oftentimes we think we can do it all of ourselves, but there's people like you guys that really know and can see the future of what's going to happen.
Crystal ball works.
But yes, they have more of an insight than we definitely do. So I appreciate you guys being here and talking about this. And of course, if you have any financial questions for yourself, call the number on your screen for a complimentary consultation today.